this would be a great time for the people who have ever told me that I resembled her to come forward. Please, I'm begging you.
Girl, you're gonna have to stop saying that lady's name before she start charging you a fee. Saying you look like Megan Fox is kind of not even that much of a big deal based on like who we know Chelsea to be. Girl, you a little bit scary. I'm just Rhonda. We just here to talk about Love is Blind season 6, episodes 7 through 9. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and let's get into this thing. So we're still in the DR. I think we're a couple days in, and all of a sudden the chit chatter has stopped. Y'all been pod talking for however long y'all was pod talking, but now that you're face to face and everybody's like kind of trying to see what their chemistry is, isn't that funny how that changes, even with the wall? Are people still online dating? Or y'all just swiping? I don't like the swiping. That's what y'all was doing. Y'all was in real life swiping. Swipe to the next step. That's why y'all are all confused right now. All that swiping ain't good for you. Y'all need to like let some shit happen organically sometimes. Just saying. Anyway, we don't have time for all that. We've got a pod date, 15 people a day. Then we got to come over here, engage, and then matrimony them. And hopefully when you get to the other side, they still look like Megan Fox. You put that out there, girl, we gonna run with it. So let's get with Kenneth and Brittany over here face to face, just now having a conversation about race. I can't believe that. What was y'all talking about when you fell in love? Remember, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, you're my person. We never discussed that small little thing about, me being black and you being white and vice versa. And Brittany, we're not out here identifying as anything. We are actually the thing we said we are, all the way black. I don't know what you over there identifying as, but let's don't do that. Y'all politically correct ass folks. I think there's just a fine line because sometimes you just got to say it like how it is. Like Kenneth, let's just say it how it is. They're out here like in the Bahamas in this beautiful atmosphere, laying on, a boat. It's the kind of thing you dream of. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, they can't get their chemical energy all meshed up together. It was just all very awkward. I wonder why. And honestly, I mean, sometimes it's not even about the conversation. I didn't get the same vibe with AD and Clay. Like it just was one of those quiet, reflective moments. And I'll get to that too. But this wasn't even feeling like it wasn't feeling reflective. It was just feeling uneasy. At least Brittany was uneasy. And if this is your person, Kenneth, you should probably notice that. You should probably notice that she's uneasy and see like, because this is part of the get to know you process. But he ain't really trying to get to know her like that, clearly. Clay and AD, like I said, they were, everybody's like taking in the scenery. The turn up will be when it is, but right now we just all kind of trying to process this thing. That's what Clay is doing. 4 weeks away. That's pressure. Really? When you sign up to matrimony to these people, do they like have an exit clause in case it doesn't work out? Like if I matrimony this person and it doesn't work out, who's gonna pay for the divorce? Just curious. Because if y'all just gonna pay for me to undo it, then run it. I can run home with this psychopath and see what happens. Hey, Chelsea. Clay is like, we're gonna be an iconic couple. And she's like, I can't wait to like show you off. And I'm like, y'all are so superficial. And it's cool because that's a level to connect on. Y'all understand that language. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just observing that that's what it is. And I'm observing that because AD, you said you wanted somebody to I just want somebody to pick me for who I am. And he basically was given, I'm gonna pick you, but if you ugly on the other side, I'm not gonna give you no ring. You've been warned. AD, you've been warned. That's what he be doing. He be warning you. Now you came with this body, the body, yada, 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 yada. You know, there's two people out here winning the body contest. You got AD and you got Mika over here running things down to the, YouTube streets, and because we all having the same conversation about the same shows. Anyway, Clay is warning. He's warning her over and over and over again. He's like, girl, this is what I'm not going to be able to do is be faithful. I've been out here idolizing my dad and P. Diddy and Will Smith. And somehow he's concerned that when you meet his dad might try to hit on you. Now, I don't know if that's true, but it's an insecurity. He's warning you. She feeling it, but she's a hoe fixer. Fix a hoe, what she call herself? She out here fixing hoes. So, looks like you're going to have a job on your hands, AD. So I hope y'all love each other and like it. One thing I will say about Clay, he keeps talking about like he wants to have therapy. Clay, go do it. Go get the therapy. Because you're about to matrimony in 4 weeks. You think they'll do it? I don't know. I don't know if they'll do it, but I do know that because I got to see, some more how this plays out. I don't know, like I'm new to this thing, so I don't know what the end looks like and the reunions and all that. So I'm excited about how it all turns out. But I will say, if they get to the end, like these two are on an image train. So it almost would be worth it for them to run it, especially if these Netflix people are paying for the exit. They could run it and be iconic and like be on all this, you get a little more life in you. They could even like run it all the way to a P. Diddy old school 90s style white party down to the Hamptons wedding special. AD and Clay, I don't know how it's going to turn out, doggone it. When do we get to the altar? I need to see what's going on. Because if we playing, we might as well play. No way in the world did I fall on somebody on the other side of a wall in a pod in 4 weeks, or however long we was in the pod, to get married in 4 weeks. But at least they like each other's face, so that's not a thing. She got straight in her bikini, and he was like winning. So that part is like, I think they're good on that. We're down. They're having a little beach party farewell thing before everybody goes back to, reality in Charlotte. Chelsea and Jimmy are out here, lying and pretending like they like each other. And everybody is looking at y'all like, for real? Word? Jimmy, she bringing down your stock. Everybody knows she's crazy. We like you, Jimmy. We not mad. But what I will say, Jimmy, is you're going to have to, I'm going to respect it. Because I think it would have been awful if he would have came out there and been like, no, this bitch didn't, but you kind of really would have, that was your out. She was trying to run it too. Jimmy, you and Jessica messed up the whole love story when you picked Chelsea, but we appreciate it because I feel like Chelsea is way better to watch on TV than Jessica will be. We'll see, because she got some mean girl in her. They should just run it on throughout the rest of the season. We should just get them a little bit at a time. Can y'all dose it? Don't be mad at me. Dose it down to 2 episodes every week because it's a lot to take in with 3 episodes. I'm just saying. Anyway. Chelsea over here telling the girls, that her and Jimmy slept together and it was all, do y'all do that? What is that? Do y'all do that when your girls walk in the room and be like, AD, cut that out. Don't start that shit, AD. Maybe she's already doing it. Maybe it's a Charlotte name. I don't know. Do y'all do that in Charlotte? Stop screaming when people walk in the room. It's so kind of stupid. Everybody smashing except Johnny and Kenneth and Brittany and Amy. Chelsea is over here telling the girls Jimmy is such a great communicator. He just communicates so well. I can't tell because you stay mad at the way he communicates. But we're gonna pretend. We're gonna pretend, y'all. Chelsea is used to pretending. That's what she does. She plays pretend probably daily. I just thought about something too. Like she's a flight attendant, so that probably lends into his. You know, she's probably not a Delta flight attendant. She's probably a Frontier flight attendant, where things get a little different over there. I don't know. I ain't never flew Frontier. I'm just saying. Johnny and Amy have a little conversation, and she was letting him know that her dad is not like super supportive of this process, and he, shouldn't be because this is weird. But I will say, usually when you see Johnny and Amy, they're having conversations, important conversations that they're gonna be able to like now. If we're gonna run this, situation here that we're doing down to the Love is Blind, um, we can roll in there together, and you're going to need to make my dad understand that this is somehow a good idea. We need to be on the same page. Don't be like Jimmy and Chelsea over here talking about everything's great, and then it all blow up in your face. Now Jeremy is over here having a conversation with Amy, and they're just discussing like where they're at in their relationship and how fantastic everything is. And Amy is think it's pretty honest in the way in the way she communicates. And Jeremy kind of is too, because he told Amy with his messy ass that he was still interested in being friends with Sarah. And Amy was like, "You and Laura be over here starting shit and stuff. I don't want no parts of that. Me and Jimmy are from to walk back over here away from whatever it is y'all got over here. Y'all be slapping titties and spinning people around." Sorry, I had an interruption. But anyway, Laura and Jeremy be over there doing too damn much. So Amy exits stage left. But this is the thing about Jeremy. He does this stuff. Like, what was your point in telling Amy that? You should have told I don't know, anybody else but Amy. But was the plot to go ahead and get Amy to spill it so you could start some drama? Because I really feel like Jeremy's always doing things so he can watch how things play out and sit there with a dumbass look on his face. Like he's so, I don't know what you're talking about. Or we'll have the audacity to say he don't want to talk. I don't try to discuss that. I want to go home. Little dickhead. So now I'm just going to go couple by couple. We back to Charlotte. We're seeing everyone's where they live. Johnny and Amy are super cute. Their only issue is the fact that he thinks he can plan his life out for the next 50 years. It's not realistic to think that you can go into any type of relationship and have everything planned out to be perfect. Johnny, calm down. She's not doing birth control, and I'm here for men. Y'all figure that out. Come on. You don't want to wear a condom. You don't want to get a vasectomy. You don't want to do shit, but you don't want her pregnant. Sit your ass down somewhere. Figure something out that doesn't require her pumping hormones into her body that she's not comfortable with. Now, if somebody was offering to pump something into your little manhood, I bet you would think twice about it and be concerned about it. I'm just saying. But I feel like that's an obstacle that they can overcome. And it's because Johnny has this cute family, very happy sisters. I don't know what's the story, honestly, with their mother and father, but their energy was just so good. And I could see Amy and the sisters hanging out and doing stuff and, vacations together. It's definitely a very good fit. I hate the 4 weeks for these two because it would be cool to see like what really happens if they, like I said, if they're going to pay for the exit, then let's go on down that road because I feel like y'all like each other. There just can't be one set of rules for everyone. Everybody's rules got to be different. 4 weeks, if you can run it in 4 weeks, it's going to be hard either way. I feel like just based on the energy that Jeremy's sisters were giving off, they would probably be able to convince him to calm the hell down. relax a little bit and enjoy your life. You only get one, allegedly. I don't know. This is the only one I've had so far that I know about. That's off subject. Who else? Let's talk about what's this girl, Clay and AD, because there's not a whole lot on them. Clay said his dad was over here cheating and took him along, and AD, this is the part where he's warning you. I will say, like, on a mental level, this is why I think Clay should get some therapy, and not necessarily, because of the relationship, but because what kind of damage did that do to a child when, like, you gonna cheat, but don't bring your kid, and now he has to feel obligated to, like, be loyal to both of y'all at the same time. So he's carried this weight of lying to his mother all these years. He says she probably still don't know. So this is how she's gonna know, and how's that gonna affect their relationship? Hopefully not. Hopefully it just is a thing that he got that shit off his chest. Hell, she knew he was cheating. She probably just didn't know you did. Anyway, his role models are Diddy and Will Smith. I guess so. I mean, I don't feel like your father is far from it. And you're concerned that he might hit on your girl? Uh-uh. That shouldn't be that shouldn't be something that you're worried about. And he says that they were best friends. Like, he's like, they were best friends, except for, and I mean, to me, he's saying, like, so, like, even though he cheated, they still loved each other a whole lot. So you should just heed the warning. Girl, where's that bucket of flags? Did you bring them? Yes, you brought them. Here they are. All the flags. Let's paint your nails. AD meets his mom and his sister. Clay is on that grind, and there's nothing wrong with that. They have an issue with him not wanting to, well, not wanting, but him, like, wanting to, she said it, you chose convenience over comfort or something like that. Yeah, I guess that would be her comfort. Clay, if you're going to be telling your partner that you're afraid you're going to cheat and that your role model is P. Diddy, and your dad took you out on cheat excursions, no, you can't stay at night over wherever you at. I don't care if I get home at 3 o'clock in the morning. I still want to know that when I get there, you're going to be there and not somewhere else doing shit you ain't got no business doing. No amount of therapy is going to make me feel comfortable about that. So figure it out, Clay. I don't know. Brittany and Kenneth. I'm gonna just get this out first, because people out here in the streets talking about Kenneth and his sexuality. Do I think Kenneth is gay? I'm gonna say probably. Why? Because Kenneth went in this social experiment, and he's young. So, I mean, but he went in this social experiment, chose a girl who was not of the same race. Not a problem, because there's nothing unusual about that. But it is a problem in his family, allegedly. Probably not. We don't know, because this is what he said, kind of, not really. He alluded to, but he said that they would be fine with it. He did say they would be fine with it, so that's not it. He also found someone whose core values were abstaining. That's okay too, because at the end of the day, you only got to abstain for 4 weeks. So if you can't abstain for 4 weeks, you've got a whole nother issue happening. I mean, if you're trying to smash, this is the best deal you could get yourself signed up for. I mean, they get to the new place, and the way they've shot it, we see Kenneth, like, on his phone, on his phone, on his phone, on his phone. But it came out of his mouth, like, his favorite thing that he missed while he was away was his phone. So, okay. Kenneth is a principal, and I get that. You get a lot of emails, but Kenneth, I'm gonna say this too. Based on the way this country is set up, we don't make it very easy for people to come out and say who they are and what their sexuality is, as if it mattered. So if this young man is trying to figure that out, it's unfortunate that he feels so much pressure to pretend to be something else. That's if it's true, because I'm not convinced it's one way or the other. I think probably somebody said, one of his relatives was out there saying, it doesn't matter. He's not saying, and I don't think it really matters whether he does or doesn't. I think the thing is, though, Kenneth, you don't just get to be an asshole, though. You pick this girl, okay. She accepted. Her issue is not having been in an interracial relationship, being new to her, because she says she did it before. So clearly she's experienced at least a little bit in Charlotte, some of the things that go along with that. And it didn't deter her. So she's in it, right? Even trying to be careful with using words like identify as Black. The one thing about being Black is when you walk out the door and somebody sees you, you've been identified. Get that nigga. Just kidding. Anyway. Whether Kenneth is straight or not, he doesn't seem like he's going to be a very, very nice person in a relationship, because it really doesn't matter the sex of the person in the relationship with you. It's how you treat them. And if you love somebody like you loved her, babe, love you, babe, love you, babe. If that's true, you would have at least been empathetic to her tears. This girl was sitting up here feeling bad about, not that you treated her bad or anything, just saying, I don't feel like you love me. And you flipped it around in some kind of crafty, nonsensical way, talking about, well, that's on you. Because if you don't feel like craving for me, Principal Kenneth, that's not what she said. She said you ain't giving her that energy. She said that she doesn't feel like you want her. Probably because you don't. I feel like you want your phone more. And if this was a gay relationship, he would still be treating his person the same way. That's messed up. If a person is in their feelings, the very least you could do is put your phone down and participate and acknowledge the conversation. He gave her zero emotion, zero emotion. If he would have like slammed his fist on the counter, it would have been scary, but she would have felt that shit and been like, okay, well, there's some, some kind of feeling up in there. I don't know that that's the best reference. I just, whatever, elevate, inflect. You could use a little inflection. You sitting there perfectly carefully trying to put together your words and be poised in the way you eloquently present yourself, Principal Kenneth. Say something to that lady, like, you know what I mean? But if that's not what you're feeling, that's what she's talking about. That's why she was like, all right. Like, there was no reason for her to get all worked up, because everything she was saying, you were showing her in that moment. And then you were like, come here, like, dap me up right quick. So we good? We good. That's how you walk away from somebody you love. Like, all right. And then you called someone and said, yeah, so I'm going to be staying over there tonight. Again, I don't know that was, I don't want to make his sexuality be a part of this whole, not so much a part. It plays into, obviously, Kenneth, if you're gay, you're not feeling her like that. So that's that on that. But if it's not that, like, the way you treated her was just messed up. And you don't care. And I saw you on somebody's, because y'all, these people, I don't have the outlets that they keep popping up from. Can y'all shut up until we seen the last few episodes? And all y'all's ex-girlfriends, can I make this announcement too? Can I just say this? If your man, your girlfriend is filming a reality show and you somewhere talking about we were actually together, you kind of weren't together. Be glad it's done, because this person that you were together with wasn't together with you. They're over here blindly finding love in a pod. But that back to Kenneth. It felt like to me, this person on the other phone, friend, whatever, was waiting on that call. Kenneth said, I'm about to like go over here, wrap this shit up right quick, and I might need to stay over there tonight. And that's, that's the shit she was talking about. You came in there and you proved her point, but at least now she doesn't have to waste her time. Amy, call the bachelorette. You're perfect for the bachelorette. You're the kind of girl they like over there, I think. I don't watch it, but it just seems like, Amy got dumped over here on Love is Blind by this possibly gay black man, and now she's, off on to find Prince Charming on ABC with The Bachelor. Have your people call their people. Oh, who next? I'm gonna go with Jeremy and Laura because I like saving Chelsea and Jimmy for last. They're my favorite train wreck to talk about. I feel like I have somebody in my personal space that's very much like Chelsea. I think that's why I'm so entertained by it. Anyway. Okay, Jeremy and Laura. They're back to the spot. We go to Jeremy's house. His house is immaculately clean, just like he said. And, he got his little, what do you call them, Roomba things roaming around. The house is clean. She can't say shit. And Laura, she can't live in a place of, oh my, this is really nice. Nope, she got to look for something. So now he's a serial killer because, oh, should I say that? Oh, well. Now she got him out here as the American Psycho because his house is clean. She just, she's so nitpicky. They sit and have a conversation about pet peeves. And he said he don't like the dishes left in the sink overnight. And I'm like, well, kudos to that because I hate that too, Jeremy. And then, of course, she pulls out her long list of pet peeves because she's always got a list of things that she doesn't like. Does she like anything? She said she liked Jeremy. She said she liked him so much that she's not even scared about making this commitment. I don't know why you wouldn't be scared because, man, you don't know him. It's only been 4 weeks, but both of y'all sitting up here lying, talking about you ain't scared. Y'all are both kind of like psycho, though. Maybe that's why she went there. I can't figure out if they're made for each other or not now that I think about it because they're both crazy as hell. It's time to meet her family. And she asked him if he's nervous. He said, nope, nothing makes him nervous. I'm like, sometimes you get nervous, Jeremy. Your foot gets shaking, looking off into the wide blue yonder. Laura and her family have an interesting dynamic. I don't think they like each other. She don't like them and they don't like her. Welcome to the family, Jeremy. Seem like they like him a little bit better than they do her, to be honest. She was criticizing their marriage, talking about it ain't what she want for herself. Like she want a little more for something for herself. As if, girl, I mean, I don't know those people, but that's their marriage. So can you calm down a little bit? She was concerned that he was like he messed things up. How could he mess things up? You don't like them anyway. You're the one that's annoying, not them. Jeremy was kind of telling her parents a little bit about the experience and like why did he do it, and he felt comfortable. He said because they be doing background checks and psych evaluations, and her mother was like, "Were you curious as to how she passed?" Dang, ma, you're gonna call the girl crazy over here, and you just met her fiance. Her father and mother, they looking at her crazy. I've never heard anybody's father say, don't make her no princess, then she really ain't gonna be able to control her. Put her on a pedestal or something. Isn't your dad supposed to want your husband to like put you on a pedestal and make you a princess? Here, take my lovely daughter. Her father's like, don't give her too much power because she does not know how to handle it. So Jeremy was hanging out and didn't come home until 5 o'clock in the morning. Because why? Because he was hanging out with Sarah. He just accidentally ran into her at this one place where he was about to go anyway, and then he found out she was there, and then he was like, I was gonna leave, change my mind, but then I'm like, I don't want this girl to dictate like how I live my life. And I'm like, Jeremy, you already knew back in the DR when you told Amy that you want to be meeting up with this girl. So I feel like you called her. You already know. She's an Instagram girl. Her shit is going to be wide open. You know what's funny? You can find all their Instagram. When you go to the Ready to Love on Instagram, everybody has been tagged in their own picture except for Matthew. Matthew, where's your Instagram? I want to see what your real life is like. I bet there is one. I bet like after, he's strategic. He's probably got like hot boy pictures and stuff. Can we bring back Matthew? What is AD gonna do when she see hot Matthew in real life? Child. Clay doesn't do well with that. So yeah, Jeremy was out here in these streets meeting up with Sarah at a bar, talking in the car until 5 a.m. Um, I don't know why he thought that was gonna be cool. I mean, not even you talking to her till 5 o'clock in the morning? She's that interesting? Sarah, the conservative girl, the conservative Republican. Sarah, what is the list of conservative? What's the conservative list? Thou shalt not. Oh, is that on the list? Yeah. I don't know what the Republican conservative list looks like. Fornication. Is that on the list? So what happens, if you over there fornicating with Jeremy behind his fiance's back? Is that on the list of conservatives? Y'all got me confused a little bit. Anyway, he's sitting outside talking to her overnight, he said, but he did share his location so that his fiance would know where he was. Somewhere at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm assuming at Sarah's house. That's what I figured the whole time before you gave me your location. I feel like she'd been around to Sarah's house. I feel like her and Jessica left the bar that day and went around. They went around, found where Jeremy stayed. They went over to Chelsea, find where Chelsea live at. Then they swung on over there to Sarah's spot. Like they knew where all the spots was. They was just out there having the, Thelma and Louise moment. So Sarah, what you gonna do? Are you done or not? Because the last time he was in the DR, he left. I want to go home. And you was like, in my real life, I would have just like been fuck out. So is this your real life or not? We got 3 more episodes, I think. So I think you're still there, I'm guessing. Y'all was down there with wedding dresses and things on, some of y'all. So she's like, then I'm supposed to meet your mother? And how am I supposed to tell her what a wonderful son she has? And I was like, I'm curious as to what that mother is like. Is she like Sarah or is she like Laura? Nah, his mother ain't no hot girl. That's not it. His father passed away. Was his father over here doing what Clay's daddy was doing? Bringing Jeremy around to the cheatations? I want to see what that mother looks like. Because Jeremy, like, you picked the one woman that was going to tell you what to do. Like, girl, get off his Hawaiian shirt. Are you for real? Like, she got real issues. She, like, needs to be way too much in control of things and how she be, over here asking this girl, Jessica, she said, were you repulsed by Jeremy? She was not. Jeremy about the same as Jimmy. Jimmy about the same level as Jeremy. It ain't Jerry ain't way fine now. Stop it. She just being everybody's business. Jessica, she stay in your business. Be careful with that. She got way too much interest in what's going on with Jimmy, and you and how y'all are gonna work that out to hook back up. You seemingly trying to hook your girl up with Chelsea's fiance, but you mad that Sarah is over here trying to hook up with yours. Or you just want to keep the mess going. That's the same thing Jeremy does. I'm telling you, the more I hear myself talk about it, I feel like y'all are like the same nigga. She confronting him about where his ass was at. He talking about, I don't want to talk about it right now. Yeah, you got me fucked up. Yeah, you do. This one we gonna talk about it right now. He looked a fool when she said she knew where Sarah Ann lived, though. Ooh, did she ride over there? You're like, I saw your car. She probably couldn't get in the gate. Sarah Ann looks like that. I live in an apartment complex that has a gate where you gotta wait on the thing to open. They don't work. I hate the gate. It's just annoying. My favorite couple, Jimmy and Chelsea. What is going on with these gold cups? Like, why are those gold cups everywhere? Everybody's house, every restaurant, everywhere they go, they got a gold cup. Are they trying to sell them? Do we need to get tagged in the gold cup company? Tag them. I don't want it. Does it come in other colors? Just curious. I don't know. Everywhere they are, they got that gold cup and various versions, the champagne version, the juice glass version. Sorry, just a little distraction. They go to Chelsea's house and she's got a weird ass roommate. So we can't stay there because this lady came out to celebrate. She doesn't even know that Jeremy, needs help. He wants out. They go over to Jeremy's house. He got a little studio situation. It's cute over there. Jeremy works from home. And his house was nice too. Like he's not a slob. You know what I mean? So kudos to Jeremy. Chelsea invited her friends over, and there's a lot of and Chelsea went doing that slump skipping thing across the room. Chelsea, stop slump skipping your big ass across the room. She's sitting around letting them know Jeremy was the prize. All the girls wanted Jeremy, but he chose me. And not only did he choose me, but this other guy chose me too. So Jeremy was a hot commodity, but he wasn't the only one because I had choices. And I snatched him from this Megan Fox looking girl. Now she gorgeous. And he's seen her picture. So now I'm concerned. And it's been all day. He hasn't kissed me. Not once today. He hasn't kissed you? No. Can you believe that? Do y'all be counting kisses? I mean, and I guess if I want one, I'll just go get one. I'm not waiting. I'm not counting. I'm just saying. She said Jeremy isn't really affectionate towards her. I wonder why, girl. Do you know why? Jimmy comes over and Jimmy is basically nice. He's socializing. The girls are all hee, tell me this, huh? And he was like, well, there was this one thing though. Your girl was over here lying because she told me this one time. And he was, y'all, who is it that they always tell me I look like? Her friend, Carrie Underwood. No, bitch, not Carrie Underwood. What's the other one? Megan Fox. Megan Fox. Why? Because you always coming in there telling you, who told you that? Like some 90-year-old man that had bifocal glasses on and was watching a movie with Megan Fox on the plane. All the people that ever told me that, please raise your hand. Nobody. Nobody said it. They always, though, when they get in front of people, they put on a good acting. I love you, babe. Love you, babe. Kisses. Kisses. You haven't even kissed me all day. I want to. They sitting around, just having a little conversation. He's like, your friends are cool. They said they were, excited about our relationship. And she's like, I've been worried about you today. He's like, what? I mean, I'm just, you haven't like hugged me or kissed me or you didn't even notice my eyebrows. And Jimmy's like, your eyebrows look nice. Bumped myself in the mouth. My mouth hurt. This crazy girl has a whole scenario worked up in your head. You didn't like come grab my face and kiss me and tell me you love me and tell me I'm pretty. I bet you he wish he had a bazooka. You didn't kiss me one time today. It made me sad. If I had to do that in real life, Jimmy slowly plans his escape. What do I do? Then he followed through with, yeah, I did. I kissed you this morning. And then I kissed you when, your friends were here. He named about 14 different kisses that he gave her. And she said, mm-hmm. You didn't grab my face, acknowledge my eyebrows, tell me I'm pretty, and say you love me, Jimmy. And then you seen that picture of Jess, and ever since you seen that picture, things have been, your attitude just changed. And the thing about it is, I feel like Jeremy, messy ass, was the one that made sure he seen that picture. I mean, he said Jeremy did, and I believe it. This girl whining and talking in this baby voice. This man in chewed a whole hole in his mouth. Can't even hardly, I can't be kissing you. I can't even hardly feel my mouth. I can't remember how it happened. Somehow or another, the word clingy came out of this man's mouth, and ooh, she lost it. I would have lost it too, but girl, you clingy. She was like, as soon as you seen Jessica's picture, you start causing all these problems. And I said, did he? Did he start digging for shit? The second you seen her photo, and I was like, when did he do that? He was just being so nice, and y'all were like, she was like, I cooked, I watched your stupid shows, I had sex with you. So the quality time that happens when you're bonding in a relationship, I feel like all girls watch stupid shows. But then stupid show turns into y'all's things. So you watched his stupid shows. That's your moment to lay up under him, girl. Had sex with you. He was like, well, I've been meaning to tell you how much I didn't want to do that too. You the one that was requesting all the sex. I'm good without it, to be honest. I mean, don't stop initiating, but I won't be coming after it anytime soon. I request less of that. Oh my God. So then she says, I'm out of here. And I think what was supposed to happen is he was supposed to get up and chase her, but he didn't do that. He grabbed his backpack and was like, thank God, let me get my shit. I'm going back home. Thingy ass bitch. She's standing outside waiting on him to come out. He's like, no, let me get back on this Instagram again. See what I'm talking about? So this must be what happened. Her thing was on private because Jessica, now she over here plotting. She got it all worked out. She know he gonna want to see what she look like. So she put her thing on private. Jeremy and Laura, Laura didn't show Jeremy the picture. Jeremy done got it from Laura because they're diabolical over those two. And then Jeremy made sure that Jimmy seen Jessica's Instagram photo. He done sent her a few of them. Said she looked like a Kardashian and everything. Child. Then Jimmy requested Jessica on Facebook. She let it marinate. And then he got scared. So he unrequests. Child. I appreciate, Jessica and Jeremy. I mean, not Jessica, Laura and Jeremy over here stirring things up a little bit. Y'all are mean. She said at the thing, she said when she told them that she liked Jimmy, they was mean to her. And it was you and Jessica over there being mean, Laura. Now y'all done made sure, got this girl spiraling out of control. He done already told them all the Megan Fox story. They already heard that story over there in the DR. So all the boys is looking at you, Chelsea, like you's a Megan Fox fly. They had a good laugh about that one. Even Kenneth. He came back the next day, child. They had a conversation. She told him how messed up it was that he left. And he was like, I thought you left. I will say this, when she goes off on those weird tangents and that weird voice saying things like icky and comfy and sad, he's very careful how he responds to her. He's probably afraid. I think he's scared. Oh my God. She's like one step away of handcuffing this nigga to the bed and calling him a cockadoodie.
Right up and started shouting, "This isn't what happened last week! Have you all got amnesia? They just cheated us! This isn't fair! He didn't get out of the cockadoodie car!"
She gets to meet his friends this time. He has two female friends. You know why? Because he's not bringing his boys over there to meet you, Chelsea. That's what that is. He's not doing it. They're used to seeing him with a different kind of looking girl. You know what else, Chelsea? And this is something you're going to need to work on before you go calling yourself ready to be in love. Confidence is very attractive. I mean, seriously, because it's pretty only going to go so far. And if, what's this girl, Jessica? If she has a terrible attitude and she seems to be leaning into mean girl, she already told this man he was going to need his EpiPen or whatever kind of pen he was going to need when he find out how bad he messed up. They laughing at you, girl, but you give them plenty reason to. It's more about the attitude and less about the looks, because there ain't really nothing wrong with the way you look till you say Megan Fox. Then we get all kinds of jokes. His friends was like, "So how do you know you're ready to get married?" She was like, "Well, I'm very much secure as who I am as a person." I was like, "No, you're not. Lie. Red flag, Jimmy. Did you hear what she said? She's secure as a person." And he's like, "My ass, she is." He probably kicking under the table like, "Please help me." But why are we talking about sex with Jimmy? That was a cringy conversation. We don't do that. I don't know where y'all come from. We don't do that. We're not trying to talk about Jimmy's Jimmy right there in front of Jimmy and his friends. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think. I'm kind of like, the villain story, the Jeremy and Laura villain story is going to blow up in their face. They so busy over here trying to be in other folks' business. They don't see that, conservative Sarah is over here twerking in a cheerleader skirt. And Jeremy got it on webcam. Y'all are, Jeremy, she's probably got small cameras cleverly placed within the house. Tread lightly. All right, y'all. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.